It's kind of unique because on our drive in here, I mean, we literally had to cross over a driving range, a golf driving range.
Right.
And Danny, you were making a joke too, right? I mean, you're like ready to reach out and grab some balls off the ground right there.
Right.
It's really completely hidden. If you didn't know this was here, you wouldn't know.
Even some of the younger locals that weren't, see, when I was in high school in Larry, we would come down here, we saw Richard Petty race, saw David Pearson, came down here as high school kids. But a lot of the younger kids now, I've had any number of them tell me they didn't even realize the racetrack was, like you say, if you didn't know it was back here, you wouldn't even pay much attention to that embankment. And the driving range doubles as parking. That's actually part of the property.
Okay.
He keeps it cleaned up and looked after. He closes down when we have an event. That's our parking. We're also cleaning up another 18 acres of parking back here where we can do some bigger shows and so forth. So
we've talked a lot about the history of the place.
Right.
It's been shut down for a long time, but you were telling me on the phone the other day that probably the most unique story about what was going on between turns 3 and 4.
Yes, back right over there's an old pit where the original built into the original track was a huge moonshine operation. You can still walk the ramp down into where the still was in like an underground bunker.
Wow, this is the still. Well, what used to be the still. Up above us here, this whole area used to actually be paved over. This hole was not here. Up above us, it was all kind of covered over. And what these guys were doing was cooking moonshine down here in this hole. This hole right here, in fact, it goes all the way down right in here. I don't know if you can see that or not, Danny, but all the way down here. This is where they were doing it. And this is not a little operation. This was a really big moonshine deal. The stories that the guys are telling us is that the track was built in '66. The moonshine still was busted in '67, so they weren't in operation a very long time. But that was kind of the big story, was that they would race on a Saturday night. These guys would be leaving late Saturday night, even early Sunday morning after midnight, and they'd be taking gallons and gallons and gallons of moonshine out of here and trucking them off to nearby states for perhaps a little more than just friendly consumption.